You know what seal two jealous bitches fight? When your driver that you were talking to on the phone with, and I was gonna put my guitar in the car, and I believe I told you about it. You told him no, and he wanted me to leave the guitar here, and I told him I wasn't gonna do it. That we weren't gonna lose any of our stuff, especially that guitar, because that's my money maker. And that's the thing I care about the most because I'm getting good at it. And you guys don't like me doing anything that I'm good at or feeling joy. And you squash it, or you sabotage it, or you try to get in between and gaslight me about it, or you even have made some AI photos that are quite insane that I've saved, and I'm going to show you, dude. I'm going to show you. Wait till you see some of the stuff that they've done, because they don't want us to be together. Not because, like, anything other than they're jealous that it's me. They don't want it to be me. Like, it's really weird and sad and disappointing. Because a lot of these people, like, there are a lot of them that I did like, and to know that they didn't like me and that they would go to these lengths to literally hurt me is devastating. And I'm just disgusted. Like, I don't want to do a fucking thing that any of you tell me to do now, because it's not about anything other than your own weird shit that doesn't have shit to do with me. You're not going to break up my relationship. In fact, I think it turns him on when I humble you guys, to be honest, which in turn turns me on. You're just fanning the flames of passion, guys. You're pushing me right into the hands of all the things you didn't want me to have. Because the reason I align with those things and those people are because they're not assholes. They're not jealous. They're not petty. They're not mean or cruel. They're good people who are talented at the same things that I'm talented at. So I could really, really learn from them to become the best version of myself and the best actor, musician, content creator that I could be. They're the reason that I do what I do, and that I wouldn't allow you to try to snuff it out, because you're not doing what I want to do. None of you are living the life I want to live. You gave up your dreams a long time ago. You think you're stuck. You don't listen to a word I say. You just look for things to pick apart and make fun of, which I'm not into that. I mean, you were right in that raccoon video when you said we don't relate. But you went to some lengths that, like, nobody, like no normal, mentally healthy person would go to. And, like, you didn't check yourself at all. So you wrecked yourself. So now you gotta deal with the consequences of your actions. Because you underestimated me and you refused to hear me. You need some time to think about it. Because you cannot get away with this and you cannot do it to me. I won't let you. And I don't want you to do it to anybody else. Because if you do it to me, it's the same thing with people that talk about you behind your back. Like, don't have a friend that talks about other people in front of you. Because they're going to talk about you behind your back as well. Surround yourself with people that speak highly of others. Because if somebody's constantly tearing other people down, they don't like themselves. And when you don't like yourself, you'll do crazy, stupid things to yourself and to others. And it takes something to learn you. Like this. Like, I told you don't judge a book. But you just refuse to listen to me because you just think I'm not credible. A lot of you have listened to a bunch of rumors that aren't true from people who actually aren't credible. So I can't help you. I can't convince you, and I don't want to. But yeah, take a bow. It's about over. And I just wanted to say I learned a lot here. You actually pushed me into my power. So I am grateful. Just like that sign you put up next to your office to gaslight us. You know, it said something like, when you're grateful, the little that you have becomes a lot more. It sure does. You have to actually mean it, though. You have to actually mean the things you say. I don't fuck with people who are shady and shitty and, you know, cruel. I don't do any of the things you heard about me that you tried to, like, I don't know, like, some of it's wild. And some of the stuff that I've overheard, some of you say that, like, to my face, you wouldn't dare because you wear masks. And there was this one time, like, I had a complete and total crash out to my case manager there at TLP. Hey, G. And everybody's kind of, like, robotic in the way they are, too, like, the mask. And I'd walked, I don't know how many miles trying to get food in the rain and shit, and I was just in so much pain. And, like, every time I'd ask for any kind of accommodations, you'd gaslight me about what a lazy piece of shit I was and how you don't do it for anybody else and blah, blah, blah. And then somebody would pull up in a new car. Not new, but, you know, they get a car. Or somebody would tell me that they got their education paid for when I asked you because I wanted to go to school, and you didn't want me to go to school. But you paid for other people to go to school. And got them to fuck with me. That's weird, right? That's weird. Anyway. Yeah. So, like, and I crashed out. And I was like, how dare you? You guys are all so weird and fucking robotic. And, like, I can tell you over and over and over that you're hurting me or that this sucks or that it's hurting my kid and you just don't listen. And then you go and you do some weird, crazy shit. Like, and then you lie about doing it. You know, I just completely crashed out and said everything I wanted to say. And she was just like a robot. Like she didn't, and it proved my point. But what I overheard when you guys were out of my face or out of earshot, like when I heard you guys actually talk about, like, how you felt about me, because most of the time you didn't know that I was listening, you're monsters. Like, who the fuck would want to be like any of you anyway? Monsters. Like, why would I listen to anybody that would steal and withhold mail or argue with somebody all fucking day long to get them to like, spin out or gaslight them or use their children as puppets or dangle the carrot, like I said in here yesterday when I was talking to my kid privately, and I said something about how you guys, like, dangle the carrot, and then I got a fucking meme on my YouTube of a girl holding an orange thing going like this with a crazy, creepy look on her face. Like, that's monster, fucked up behavior. You guys are sick, and I don't want any part of it. And whatever was said or whatever you got paid to convince you to do the kind of things you did to me, like, if you're that easily manipulated and that easily bought, I don't fuck with you. I don't want you around. I don't want you in my business. I don't want you in my phone. I don't want you for sure around my kid because you mocked the fact that, my kid's in the bathroom. That's beyond disgusting. Why would I be intimidated or moved by anything you say or do because I don't respect you? I don't fuck with you. I think you're weird and gross. You're not scary to me. You're weak and pathetic. Anybody that would do this kind of shit for just a couple of bucks or because you heard somebody say something without finding out for sure, without finding out what the motive is behind why they said that, just buying it. Or if you need validation from other people constantly to show you that you're good enough or that you're, that you're worthy. And in order to get that validation, you lie and manipulate and steal from people just to get that little, yeah, you're right. When you said it best whenever you told that raccoon when you kidnapped it. And that popped up on my feed again. God, I wish I could talk to everybody. Because I'd love to. That was hilarious. Thank you guys for that. Because it's been horrendous and humiliating, and just not scary, but just like. And everybody's in on it, and everybody's doing it here, and they don't have any concept of anything outside of here, or outside of this way to be. And the ones at the top that are just dangling carrots have everybody so fearful and so snowed. I'm not. And thank God I did build this, and thank God you didn't wreck it. Because they saw it too. A lot of people outside of this saw what you did. Thank God. So we're gonna go. And, yeah, like I said, it'll be taken care of. Because you didn't block anything for me. You really, really tried. And once I get out of here, I'm gonna get all my mail back. And take back control. And, I hope we've all learned something from this. That, number one, don't ever give up on your dreams, despite what anybody says or does to dissuade it. Because the people that are trying to dissuade you from doing it gave up on theirs a long time ago. Don't you. And, don't always believe what you hear. Look into it. Think critically. Do your own research. Because even doctors, you shouldn't trust blindly. I've had a lot of them I couldn't trust. So we're in on this. Anywho. And don't judge a book by its cover. Just because someone looks a certain way doesn't mean. Don't believe stereotypes, like stereotypes about autism or physical disabilities. Again, get to know somebody before you try to ruin their life. That love really does conquer all. And that real, genuine, respectful love doesn't hurt. It's not damaging. It doesn't destroy you. It feels good. And it can't be tampered with, no matter how hard you try. If it's real, if it's meant for you, nothing, not a person, not a situation, nothing can stop it. If it's meant for you, it may take forever and it may be rerouted, but it will always be yours. Nothing can stop it. With that, I would like to say goodbye, good night, and good luck. This is the last time I'll be addressing this situation again. None of you get to come. None of you get to ask me for anything. I'm heartbroken by it, but I'm not gonna dwell over it too long. You shouldn't either. It could have been different. Absolutely could have been different. And I really, really tried with you guys. I really did. But I didn't want to. That's cool. You don't have to. But it doesn't give you the right to do what you did. There's nothing. Not a thing you could say, not a thing you could try to do now that could justify what the fuck happened here to me and make it